Oh, no, 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 no.
Why? 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 Fucking why? Whew. 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 Whew, boy. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So yeah, I wasn't planning on watching, let alone even talking or caring about the Spider-Man 2 game, but when I saw this, I just had to say something. I had to, because, you know, I'm sure there's going to be other YouTubers later on who talk about this, but I felt like I, as a Spider-Man fan, needed to come out and say this first, because, yeah, here's the thing. I already didn't like the MJ design, honestly, from the first game that they did. It was a very plain Jane look. You know, it was very plain Jane. It wasn't like a supermodel, hot, gorgeous woman like she is mostly in the books. Or some other shows I've seen. So, yeah. When, you know, the second game was coming out, and honestly, when the second game was coming out, I didn't expect to even see her at all. I didn't expect her to even show up. But when I saw her in that trailer, man, I fucking, like you saw earlier, that's how I basically was. And here's the thing, look, I didn't want to do this. I didn't even want to talk about the game. I didn't want to, because here's the thing, I wasn't going to play the game. I wasn't even gonna, like, listen, I already didn't play Miles Morales. I know a lot of people, when I first played the Marvel Spider-Man 1, they were like, oh, you're gonna play Miles Morales or whatever? No, of course I'm not going to. And it's funny because I was right. I knew they were gonna make you play as him in the sequel. But again, that's not the point. The point is MJ's look, and about how they made her look uglier. And here's the thing. Insomniac and Sony, they hate women, okay? That's just what I've realized over the past couple games that they put out, like The Last of Us Part 2, like Horizon 2. They always do this thing where, like, and it's really weird. It's always like the second game, I feel like, where it's like, oh, sequel? Oh, gotta make that woman uglier than she was in the previous game for some reason. They did this in Horizon, they did this in The Last of Us, and now apparently they're doing it in the Spider-Man 2. You see a pattern going on here? It's really weird, and it's really annoying and awkward. But yeah, no, it's funny, because I was sitting here, I was writing this, and I was like, you know what, it's weird. It's like every time in their sequel game, they for some reason decide to just make the women look uglier for some reason. I don't know why Sony and Insomniac hate women. You know, and honestly, now I'm just like, man, you guys are probably gonna fuck up that Wolverine game too. Like, because I heard they were gonna do X-23 and they were gonna do Draken and all that shit. They're gonna fuck that up too, just like they're fucking this shit up too. Okay, I am just so sick and tired of this. And it's funny because, you know, again, I didn't want to talk about this. I didn't even really want to watch it, but I only watched it because I was like, ooh, look, it's Venom. So I watched it, and again, and at first it started off strong. I was like, oh, there's Harry, that's cool. And then, like, of course, then there's Miles. And then I saw MJ, and then I was like, oh my god. So not only did you fuck her up in the comics, now you want to fuck her up in modern day shit now too, like video games and movies now, huh? Okay, fine. You know what? That's fair. It's fine. You wanna know why? Because these people, they're gonna lose money. I mean, for God's sakes, Horizon Zero Dawn lost money. It's the second one. And Last of Us Part 2 lost money. They did not make money. They lost money. And it's kind of funny because the more they keep spending and the more they keep, like, because all these companies know how to do is just throw money at something. They just throw money at something and they think that's going to make it better. Okay? That's not how this works. I've already talked about this in a previous video. But look, and you know what's funny is, for fuck's sake, you know, over time, because I remember I played Tomb Raider, like Rise of the Tomb Raider on this channel. Let me tell you something. It's not a good trilogy. I went back and I played the original trilogy. The original trilogy is much better. The original games are much better. The older games are much better than the reboot Lara Croft Tomb Raider. But you know what the difference is with the reboot Tomb Raider and, you know, Aloy or MJ from Spider-Man 2, for example? At least the reboot Lara looked fuckable. And you can tell that from the fucking stupid-ass, constant Rule 34 artists, okay? Clearly. But for some reason, Sony, specifically Sony, and Fable, fucking Microsoft's going down that path too. They just need to make their fucking women look ugly for some reason. And so what happens is then a bunch of people play a bunch of Japanese games because at least Japan makes the women look good or look like women at the very least. Which is what most of these American companies should at least be trying to do. Look at The Last of Us Part 2. Look at Dina, that chick, the love interest for Ellie. The mocap actress had a big rack, and they just decided to shrink them down. Because again, these people hate women. They clearly hate women. They don't like women. They don't respect women, okay? Have you seen all the shit going on recently? Everything that's been going on has been like almost an attempt to erase femininity from video games, movies, TV shows, real life, too, with the stupid AI bots, and them trying to make sex bots and shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are fucking stupid. Enough of this shit. It's really fucking getting old. I'm so sick of this shit. They're lucky, by the way, that I didn't go to Comic-Con, because they showed this off at Comic-Con, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, man, can you imagine if the director came out, or whoever was showing that game off, and like I was at Comic-Con and they like showed that part in the trailer? I would have been like Peter Griffin in that one fucking scene where he just like walks up to the fucking like guy on stage and he just fucking punches him so hard. And I punch him so fucking hard blood would spew out of his mouth. That's how fucking mad I am about this stupid shit. You fucking dare go, like, you know, I didn't care about fucking Aloy in Horizon 2. I liked the first game, but I didn't really care about the second game. Same thing with The Last of Us Part 2. But Mary Jane is a very prominent character in Spider-Man. And as a Spider-Man fan, I will not tolerate it. Okay, I tolerated the plain Jane look, because I was like, whatever, you're trying to do a Lois Lane bullshit thing, which she's not. So, whatever, I don't care. But then you had to go and make her look like she got smacked in the face by some fucking cannonball in whatever country she went to. And then she just shows back up again. Haha, I'm back. And I look worse than I did before. I'm done with this bullshit, man. Fuck this game, man. Who cares about Venom? And that's all I'm seeing on the internet. It's like, oh, look at Venom. He's so fucking cool, blah, 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 blah. Who fucking cares? It's Venom. How could you fuck that up? Like, it's kind of like when you design characters. It's like these characters should look a certain way. They shouldn't look how MJ now looks. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And to be honest with you, I don't like the Peter face either. They changed the Miles face too. His fucking hair looks like absolute shit. You can really tell he's a black guy now because of his weird ass, like, whatever the fuck's going on with his hair now. So it's like, whatever, man. Get the fuck out of here. Who gives a flying fuck about this piece of shit game? It's probably gonna lose money because you wanna know why? It's the same track record. Last of Us Part 2 put too much money in that shit, and it did terribly critically and commercially. No one bought that fucking game. Horizon 2 did even worse than the first one. So, let's see if, when the game comes out, if you actually make more than what you did with your first game. And honestly, I don't think you will. I really don't think you will. Because you pissed off somebody like me, who actually thought about giving you a chance, who actually thought about wanting to see what you could do, what you could produce as a company, and instead, What did you do? You let me down. You let me down because you left-leaning parasites want to feed off of these things that I hold near and dear to my heart so much, and not only will you leech off of it like a parasite that you are, but you'll sit there and you'll drain the life force from it, and you want to sit there and you'll think that that hurts me. And let me tell you something, I grew out of this fucking character, okay? I'm my own man now. I don't need this fucking character anymore, but I do feel bad about the younger generations who have to sit here and deal with your bullshit and your fucking perversion of these characters and who they are and who they represent. So go fuck yourself, Insomniac, you piece of shit company. How about you go back to making, I don't know, Ratchet and fucking Clank? It seems like you're best at making child games. Maybe because you're a bunch of fucking child predators over there. Because like I said, you're a bunch of left-leaning parasites. Because you're a bunch of little bitches and cucks who don't know how to just make a beautiful woman. And let me tell you something. The actual actress in real life, again, same thing with Aloy, same thing with Dina from The Last of Us Part 2. Beautiful women. But for some reason, when you translate that to their games, they look ugly as fuck. And it's all these companies' fault because they don't love women, they hate women, and they show that off through their actual design when they sit there and they make the character design. How could you sit there as a man or as an artist and make a beautiful woman look uglier in a video game? I do not understand that. You guys are fucking retarded and you deserve to go bankrupt. Like, do you see The Flash? You think what? Because you're a Spider-Man game, so you're gonna make a bunch of money? Do you really think that that's how it's gonna be now? Oh, brand recognition. You think you're gonna be able to keep using brand recognition to keep winning? No, you're not. Look at The Flash. That lost billions of dollars. Look at Blue Beetle. That shit is set to lose billions of dollars. Just because you're an IP or a brand does not mean you now have bulletproof anymore, okay? That doesn't mean that people are going to blindly go to a movie theater and watch your movie. That doesn't mean people are going to blindly go and buy and play your stupid fucking game, okay? This was shown with The Last of Us Part 2. That game, like I said, did not sell well. Horizon 2 did not sell well. Let's see if the track record is the same with Spider-Man, or will it be different? Will it be different? Let's see. I'm very curious. But like I said, I hope Sony goes bankrupt for this shit because their console sucks, their games suck now, and honestly, I couldn't care less if the company goes under or not. Same thing with Microsoft, because Microsoft's a left-leaning parasite too. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little rant. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.